about meeting J tonight. That's the letter J, Diane.
James?
What we have taped to the page here is a plastic envelope containing a white residue and what looks to be a key to a safety deposit box. We're going to run this envelope. My bet is you'll test positive for cocaine. That's impossible. You ever been surprised before?
No.
Mr. Cook, you didn't know Laura Palmer.
Tell Harry we found her. It happened.
Laura and Laura were taken. George.
Tell Harry. I didn't cry. It's normal.
Andy.
Andy. Sweetie.
Maybe you're not made for that job, Andy. Like...
Bobby, did you kill Laura Palmer?
No.
She was studying at your house until about 9:30 last night. Did she drive herself home?
Yes.
You two had a big fight last week, didn't you?
So what?
Donna and Laura.
Did you shoot this video, Bobby? Well, if you didn't, then who did?
James?
Did you know Laura was seeing someone else?
Come on, Bobby, give me a name.
Here's a hint. First initial J.
I think that we had a triangle, a love triangle between James, Donna and Laura.
Excuse me. Is there something wrong, young pretty girl?
We found my friend Laura lying face down on a rocky beach, completely naked.
I'm not sure you were supposed to say it, Audrey, but clearly you're doing it on purpose. Audrey, you're just messing around.
This hiker that came along, this woman hiker, had a backpack and
You're protecting James.
told us to take the pictures for us.
What's her name?
I don't know, I don't think we asked her.
Donna, who are you protecting?
Her friends.
It's really what happened.
Plural on purpose, not just James, but I think also Laura.
Looks like a hawk to me.
Ah!
Holy smoke.
Holy smoke.
The Norwegians are leaving! The Norwegians are leaving! The Norwegians!
Ah! Blood, okay. Ah! That's an evidence.
You're approximately 1.5 feet in diameter. On the top is a gold necklace with a gold heart. Correction, half a gold heart. Written with the words, which appear to be in blood, fire, walk with me.
Who wrote it? Who wrote it? The killer or one of the victims? Okay, so maybe she was also in love with you.
Tell Johnny one more time that Laura isn't coming this afternoon to work with him. Tomorrow afternoon or any afternoon.
Can you tell me how long she's had this box?
I'd say about 6 months.
For what reason you're taking a deposit box? It's not something, you know, in French, like...
So we're $10,000 here.
How did she have it?
Here's a page that's marked.
She's inside?
Here's your connection. Ronna Pulaski.
Ah, Ronette what? was inside of this thing. Bobby was afraid of that guy.
Shelley, would you please turn the television set off?
Why, Leo? I want to see this.
When I come home, this house should be clean. And I mean clean. You smoke one brand of cigarettes from now on, because if I ever see 2 different brands of cigarettes in this house again, I'm gonna snap your neck like a twig.
Okay, yeah, then.
No, no, not okay, not okay. You're not letting anyone talking to you like that, my dear.
Big as gas, Barbara, Sid speaking.
I'm sorry. I know I promised.
Norma.
I have to see you. I get so bad.
It's okay. Meet you at the roadhouse.
She feels bad about what?
Thank you.
Laura's death or?
All right, sweetheart.
Oh, you're cheating on Nadine.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can have your attention. Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
1 year ago, almost to the day, in a town in the southwest corner of this state, the body of a young girl named Teresa Banks was found. Obvious reasons I cannot discuss that lead us to conclude that Laura Palmer was the second and Ronald Pulaski would have been the third victim of the same killer. It's vitally important that this not turn into a witch hunt. I would strongly suggest a temporary curfew for those under 18 years of age.
We found part of a necklace, half of a golden heart. It was Laura's. They think the killer may have the other half of the heart.
Okay.
Fine afternoon. I've been left up Donna. Donna's upstairs getting ready for bed, Mike. I'm not drinking and driving. Well, we're all pretty broken up about what happened is. Bobby's doing most of the driving.
Oh,
See if she wants to come down.
oh, Bobby, you're such a cliché. You're jazzy?
Where's your sister?
Dad, I'm going to tell it to you. And I'm going to tell it to you straight.
Harriet.
See that window?
Yeah.
Bobby's not here. What do you mean she snuck out? Mike, maybe you have some idea what she might have done. Maybe you can help us find her. Oh, we'll find her. Don't you worry about that. Mike and Bobby. There's liable to be a little trouble this evening.
Okay, now there is Donna.
Listen, give us a backup unit down here at the roadhouse right away. Make that 2 backup units.
For the backups, without the sirens and the lights, you know, try to be discreet. Not like him. I knew it that he would be violent. What? Like really, you're gonna fight?
So we call son. That's a J.
No, he's taking her to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you want me to follow them at a discreet distance.
Discreet, you know, with that kind of car.
They spotted us.
What do you think?
What?
I didn't have an alibi for last night. I was with her. Jeez, what happened last night? It was kind of like a nightmare. Donna, she was a different person.
What?
What are you saying? I'm telling you, there were things she was involved with. She said there were things about me. She said even Donna doesn't know me. But she said Bobby told her that he killed this guy. Oh my God. It all makes some kind of terrible sense that she died. That someone killed her. I don't know. I can't explain it. I mean, I
But
was
to
not-
connect that to a serial killer, like...
I couldn't come. She screamed. She loved me. I looked into her eyes. They were clear. It was like she was Laura again.
Tell her all of that to the police. But it's not okay, my dear. Donna, it's not okay to take advantage of someone who is desperate. It's not romantic at all.
I changed my mind. I'm not sorry.
Still not okay. You just lost the love of your life, you think that you're gonna go in jail.
James, next to give Laura the golden hour, you have to give me the other half.
What about you?
Get rid of it.
No.
Hide it.
What about
Right.
right here?
Not a good idea. If you're innocent, you know, to hide an evidence. Hello! Are we sure about letting all of them into the same room?
Donna, after what happened today, I'm sure you understand what you put your mother and me through tonight. But I also know you well enough to know you wouldn't have done it unless you had a good reason.
You're a good dad.
We also have another problem facing
You know,
us.
he's trying to be understanding.
Where's your sister's bicycle?
I left it at the roadhouse.
Well, we'll have to go get it.
He was worried.
Harriet, you
He
put
still
some
trust
air in
her.
that tire.
He's making sure that she's alright, you know.
We're so thankful to have a daughter like you.
What's that? The net? Maybe a little bit cliche, no?
Sheriff, is everything okay? There's extra jelly donuts for each.
When you least expect it.
That's a football team, you know, scream like to cheer you up. You just look stupid as hell. Josie, yes, I know.
I understand you wanted to see the sheriff up here.
Ah, Josie with Truman. Pete with Catherine.
He's here again.
Let's get together.
Eh? Who? Who is that guy? You're making reports about what Josie is doing, what the sheriff is doing. With Leland? Someone found the necklace. Someone who followed them, but I don't think so, like they were paying attention that no one was following them. So it can be one of James' friends or Donna's friends, someone who knew that they were right there, who knew where to search, you know. Okay, and the mother screaming like that at the end, for me it goes with my theory that there is a guilt situation, you know, and that right there maybe she was haunted by something. She had a nightmare, she woke up screaming because she's haunted by something. For me there is a guilt situation with her. I don't know why I had that feeling with her face, with, I don't know if it was with what. Yes, with the fact that she was searching her daughter like that, like she was so intense about it, like she had a feeling that something went wrong with her daughter when clearly she could have just gone with her boyfriend. And when she had her husband, you know, on the phone, or at least Laura's dad, Leland, you know, on the phone, when he began to say the sheriff is there, automatically she knew that her daughter was dead. Maybe she has a really good instinct, mother instinct. Maybe, you know, with this that kind of show, I can understand that some actors, you know, actresses, some members of this casting, they are really playing into an intense way, so I'm like, maybe in fact it's how they were directed, because shows during that period of time, they can be made like that, like people cast were directed to be intense, you know, and it's representing also that kind of shows like that about murder cases, and maybe also with a weird show like that, maybe also they're playing with it, you know, to ask to the cast to play in an intense way. So I'm not really taking that as a reason, but do you understand what I mean? And really, the fact that she was, yes, that intense, she really knew that her daughter was dead just like that, and after that, when she was at her place, screaming and screaming again, when they talked about someone walking, she looked afraid. They told her, no, it's not your daughter, she's dead, because they thought, you know, that she was confused, and she said right away, I know that it can't be her, but still she was afraid. So for me, there is a guilt situation, I don't know, I felt it like that, a guilt situation, maybe not at all related, you know, to this murder, you know, to the fact that Laura is dead. Maybe it's not related at all with that, but I had this impression that she was feeling guilty about something. And also how she said that she said goodbye to her daughter, I'm not sure that it truly happened like that. Like, I'm wondering if maybe they didn't have an argument together, they argued or something like that, and she's feeling guilty because of that, you know, her last words with her daughter were bad words, or something else that happened, and yes, a guilt situation. That's what I'm feeling. And right there, the fact that it's finishing like that with her waking up because of a nightmare, screaming, she's haunted by something. Maybe I'm totally wrong with this theory, and in fact, she's just haunted by the fact that her daughter just died, which could be, you know, the case, but I would go with that theory for now. Just before talking about my other theories, you know, and what I thought about this first episode. This first episode, 1 hour and a half, with so many characters, for me it's rough, you know, like, if you don't know me, if you never watched any of my reaction videos, I have an issue with names. It's taking me like 3 or 4 episodes to learn names in a regular show, and right there, I'm not considering that it's a regular show because we have really a lot of characters. So I tried my best during this first episode movie to learn them, but give me a break, you know, if sometimes maybe I'm gonna make some mistakes. For how this episode was done, it's really, yes, what I was expecting, a slow mood, you know, like to really have each scene being filmed entirely. Do you understand what I mean? Like, for example, a simple scene into another show with, for example, I don't know, I'm thinking about it like that, the interrogation of someone. You would have directly, you know, the 2 persons face to face, the interrogation, face to face, and when it's finished, that's it, a cut, and we're going into another scene. When right there, it's really like the person is entering into the room, the person is sitting, we have the interrogation, the person is getting up, the person is walking out of the room, the person left alone into the room is thinking by him or herself, then someone else is entering, someone is talking with that person. Do you understand what I mean? Like, they are really showing all of the scene, all of the steps, all of the movements, all of the things. It's great because it's making it more realistic, like we really have the ambition to just live the thing with them, and it's cool because of that, like really it's making things realistic. It's really printing that mood of a slow show, like we're taking our time to do things, we're following them, we're spending time with them, we are really just like a person, you know, at the corner of the room just looking at the scene. Do you understand what I mean? It's not like we're watching a show, it's really like we are at the corner of the room watching everyone. That, about how it's done, also the musical environment, we have 3 moods for the musical environment. We have the intense, sad mood, we have the romantic mood and we have the jazzy mood. And really the intense mood, I think that it's going really well with this show. The romantic mood, I can understand why with all of the Donna, James, all of these things and all. The jazzy mood, I have more issues with it, you know, because they are using it during serious moments, like they were saying to Bobby, Laura is dead, and really jazzy mood for that, like. So I had some issues, like at some moments, to be focused on the action, because we are really not used to have jazzy mood musics during scenes right now, you know, in actual shows and all and movies. So I think that it's gonna take me at least, yes, 3 episodes to not be disturbed by this jazzy mood, and I think that you can expect to see me being jazzy, feeling jazzy during this jazzy mood moments. Like, I'm sorry for that in advance. Okay, for that, for how it's done, the story seems really well written, because like I said, we have so many characters and all of them are connected, and they're already telling me that I have to pay attention to that character and that character, to maybe a situation right there, Laura being involved right there, but also right there, but is it really connected to the crime, or it's just something that she did, you know, something else, a parallel narrative arc. Like, for that, for me, the story is really well written. Like, for me, they wrote everything, like, this entire story, this entire murder case, before beginning to film, you know, before beginning the season, before beginning things, everything is already written, and they're just, you know, taking all of the narrative arcs and mixing everything together, so it's gonna be really a long puzzle all along this case. I love that. I clearly love that. But it's well written. I can feel that it's well written. Okay, about my theories, the characters, what we discovered and all. I said my theory about the mother. Bobby didn't do it. Bobby doesn't know anything. Like, Bobby, no. Mike with him, neither. These two. In France, we would say that expression, like, they didn't invent powder, they didn't invent the knife to cut the butter. No, it's not even that, the expression. They didn't invent the thread to cut the butter. That's an expression in France, like, really... Okay. These two, they didn't commit it, and I don't think that they're involved into something, like, I think they really don't know anything about the situation, or about maybe something wrong that Laura could be involved into, or anything like that. The psychiatrist, I had a weird feeling about him, how he was talking about Laura, you know, the fact that he was touching himself like that. Yeah, we need to visit him again. I'm not sure about my feeling about him, but for now I'm really like, bad vibe. I'm feeling bad vibes. Okay. Donna and James, I figured out really early that these three were friends, that we had a love triangle right there. At the end, I'm a little surprised that suddenly James is okay to be with Donna, like, really teenagers are switching so easily. And I'm really not sure, you know, of that relationship. Like, clearly, he was in love with Laura, she just died, he's desperate, he's gonna go in jail. You're deciding to kiss him during that moment, Donna, like, really, my girl, not a good move at all. Like, it would have been a boy making that move on a girl, on an, you know, the contrary, for this situation, I would have been against it, like, clearly. So right there, it's gonna be the same for a girl making that move. Do you understand what I mean? The fact that he's accepting it and he's saying stuff like, let's go with it, with that love relationship, I'm like, no, you're too desperate right now to make that kind of decision, my dear. I really don't think that it's appropriate. Okay, no matter what, these two, I don't think that they committed anything against Laura. Like, for example, Donna, I'm pretty sure that she doesn't know anything about Laura and maybe other things that Laura did. James maybe more, but nothing really bad, I don't think so. We have all of the situation with Ronette, was also captured, raped. How did she manage to escape? That's a real question for me. Are we sure that they were at the same place, that they were captured by the same guy? Like, I don't know why I didn't feel like it. It's weird. That impression, you know, that I have is weird. The connection with all of that would be that Laura knew that Ronette was into that magazine, that Charm magazine. I don't know how to say it in another way. Okay. With this place, you know, this guy that Bobby was afraid of, Bobby was with another girlfriend, I can't remember her name. Chelly. Chelly, right? Yes, it's Chelly, because it's Donna who is cheating Hank with Ed, who is cheating Nadine. Nadine is his wife. Okay. No, not Donna. Norma. Shelly. Okay. Yes, ID. It's the other girl. Okay, ID. It's the other girl that we didn't see after that. I was talking about Bobby, who was afraid of that guy. Leo. I think that it's Leo, the name of that guy. Leo was threatening Shelly, who was violent with her. Like, also we saw that Mike can be violent with Donna. I knew it. Okay. What else? Yes! So I was saying, Ronette, are we sure that she lived really the same thing than Laura? Because they didn't find something under her nail. Or maybe the killer didn't have the time to put something. And that serial killer thing, I'm wondering about it. Because Cooper, you know, is saying that the killer might be someone that they all know. But if it's someone who killed already someone else, really into another place, it means that it's someone new in town. Or that person went on a trip on that other place just to kill that girl, that first girl. Do you understand what I mean? I don't know why. I don't understand the serial killer situation. Really, that thing about being a serial killer, I don't understand how it's functioning, like how it could be. But clearly it's such a tiny detail, like if you never revealed it, it has to be the same person. If really you never revealed it. Donna's dad, it's a doctor. Josie, she's not with Pete, I was wrong with that. Pete is with Catherine, boss working for Josie. Josie is with the Sheriff Truman. Okay. I'm missing something. I'm missing what? Oh yeah, Andy, you know, one of the policemen, Lucy. You know, I'm checking all of the other characters. Okay, and we have also all of the situation at the hotel with Audrey and her parents. The fact that she played against her parents, for what I understood. All of these guys who were supposed to make a business went out because of her. She has a brother, I think, Johnny, and Laura was visiting Johnny, was giving lessons to Johnny. Johnny, who seems to have some disabilities, you know, like maybe he's an autist, you know, or something like that. Audrey, she seems a little sneaky, you know. Like, she loves to play, she loves to turn everyone crazy and all. She was not a fan of Laura. That's what we understood when it was announced that she was dead. But I don't think that she's really the killer or anything like that. She's more like malicious than dangerous. So for now, I'm not suspecting anyone to be the killer. I'm more suspecting, you know, situations which could be interesting to go deeper with. Like the mother, the psychiatrist, what she was doing with Audrey's brother. For Laura, I mean. For sure, maybe a little more with James. And Ronette, the situation with Ronette. What is really her background. That's a cool first episode. I think that you understood that they took me like that's it. I'm into the story. I'm already trying to understand who is the killer, what happened, and also clearly they had me with the story really quick. They had me with the mood also really quick. For now, I'm not involving myself with the characters, you know, emotionally or anything like that. I don't know if it's gonna happen at some point because they are really excessive, you know, all of these characters. They are really. Some of them also are cliches and all of that, so maybe it's gonna be rough for me to really get attached with them. But clearly, I know that it's a show which is gonna get me with the story. Like, see, I'm already into it. Cool, really cool. Okay, so that was my review of the first episode. Like, I hope that you appreciate the fact that I'm gonna binge watch this entire show. Tell me what did you think about this first episode the first time that you watched it. Don't tell me any spoilers on the comments. Please be careful with that. And what do you think also about my first series? Am I doing great or not? Don't tell me if I'm right, but you know, am I, you know, having the right way of watching the show? Do you understand what I mean? Tell me. Okay, so it's all for you and for me for today. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Right.